mess with my kids and you're bound to get hurt. I do a show through the week, best believe it ain't weak. Plenty money to be made when the need is very paid. If you want to find me, then subscribe me. Go to YouTube and sign me. You'll see all my internet fame. If y'all a hater, don't scream my name.
She robbed Burberry, roller coaster, chillin' with the fam. On a private cruise, I watch girl play house every day. Stay homeless in this winter, let
Yes,
play.
yes,
And if I'm in the
okay.
city, Mariatta's where I stay.
I'm cool. All right. Welcome back to the Wende Neen Show. I am your host, Wende Neen.
And I'm your co-host, Britt, with 2 T's.
We have a fabulous show. I am so excited. All of you Southwest DeKalb High School alumni, get ready, because you have a treat today. We've got Christopher Joseph Wilson in the studio, and you are not going to believe all the things that this guy has been doing, his talents, his accomplishments, and what he's going to do going forward. I am so excited. But before we get into all of that, Britt with 2 T's and I want to tell you about our new Wende Neen Productions project. And I hope they've heard about it. So Britt with 2 T's, tell them the name of that thing.
Treachery.
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 And let me tell you, it is treacherous.
Oh, most definitely very treacherous. I mean, like, crazy.
It's a bit much. We are so not going to give it away. We've been given some hints on Twitter. We've been given some hints on Facebook and Vimeo. We actually have the trailer. We got the trailer on YouTube, but you really need to check that out. Britt with 2 T's is actually debuting herself in Treachery.
Yes, yes I am.
What role are you playing?
I will be playing Dylan.
Dylan is a Dylan.
Treacherous of them all.
Is that like your alter ego?
And you just said you weren't going to give anything away.
Oh, okay, that's right. I did
Right,
say that.
right.
But just keep in mind, I was the writer. So if it is her alter ego, it's because I recognized it. But anyway, so I'll be playing Christy in the movie as well. And then we have Drake. He's playing the character. And we've got who? Trevor. So it is a very, what do you call it? It's not a low budget, but it is a no budget. So this is our first Wende Neen production, and we are excited about it. And definitely, we're looking to do a viewing party and expose it and get it out there. But please check it out. Support the Wende Neen production and support Britt with 2 T's. All right, now, before we bring our special guest out, I also wanted to talk a little bit about, and I know it's kind of old news, but happened back, what, in April maybe?
I believe it was April.
The Mimi
and Nico sex tape. Yeah.
I have not had an opportunity, because I've been working on this Treachery for so long, I haven't had an opportunity to weigh in on this. So that's why I said, well, let's talk about it a little bit. Britt with 2 T's, what do you think?
It just could have been done better.
You think?
That's all I'm going to say.
I mean, I guess the ultimate question for me is, did she really know it was recording? Do you think?
I think she knew it was recording. I think she knew that it was being sold.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I tend to agree with you there. I don't know if there's desperation in money right now or what, but I will say this, and this is all I'm going to say about it, because like I said, it's old news, but I do want to express my opinion. There are certain things that in life that we certainly need to think about before we choose to do, especially when you have a little one who's like, what, 3, 4? Don't know how old she is, but she is very young and will have to go through school listening to others tease and joke with her about that situation. So I don't think Mimi was thinking. But her father has one out there as well, so we're not going to even get into that one. But anyway, so Mimi, good luck to you in what you've chosen to do, your decisions that you've made, and hopefully the little one will have an opportunity to get past it as well. Now, the most recent devastating news that I heard about that I want to discuss, and that would be Paul George.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I saw that video and I couldn't believe it. I mean, that happened so quickly.
To such a fine man.
Yeah, he's pretty decent looking at this. Is that how you're looking at this? We're talking about the break.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, anyway, dude, his leg literally snapped. It was the most amazing and incredible thing I'd ever seen. But obviously, many well wishes to him that he will certainly have a speedy recovery. He is a huge part of the Indiana Pacers, and they're definitely going to need him for the season. But wow, that was a bit much. I don't even know how I would have been able to handle that mentally.
You wouldn't.
Just knowing
You wouldn't.
that happened to me. So good luck to you, Paul George. Hopefully you are watching the show. All right, now without further delay, I want to bring out our special guest.
Special.
And this guy does so much that you're actually going to hear as we bring him out a little bit of his talents and what he does. So, coming live to the Wende Neen Show, let me introduce you, as I said, all the way from Southwest DeKalb. We've got Christopher Joseph Wilson to the Wende Neen Show. Hey! Have a seat, Christopher. I like that.
Is she trying to nay-nay? Is that what that is? Nay-nay?
Is that what that is? I don't know. I'm just feeling it. Anyway, you all know how I get.
We
But
just want to
anyway.
turn the music off now.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I see you doing it. All right.
Okay. Christopher, welcome to the Wende Neen Show.
Glad to be here.
I am glad to have you here. You have done so much. I am just amazed, and you are not that old. So, if you can kind of let everybody know, how old are you?
I'm currently 21 years old.
Now, think about that. He's 21, and I'm going to tell you all these things you're going to hear that he is doing and has done. Now, you started out in the 4th grade playing in the band. It started there. What were you playing?
I first started playing drums. I played percussion. I played bass drum. I played piano, and kind of really self-taught myself from there. Then from there,
Now, hang on one second. Not
okay,
cutting you
got it.
off. You self-taught
Mm-hmm.
yourself piano.
Mm-hmm. That beat that you just heard, I taught myself how to play piano and use on the keyboard and added some tracks in. That's what I ended up with.
Now, that's called talent.
Thank you.
That is incredible. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. From elementary school, went over to middle school, and I had switched from playing percussion. I had went to trombone because my band director was like, that was right around the time when Drumline was coming out, and then everybody and their mom wanted to play percussion, and I was still first chair, and I was still better than everybody. I mean, in my own opinion, I thought I was better than everybody.
All right.
And then, I just want to try something new. I'm a weird go-getter type of person. I was like, what's the weirdest type of instrument in a band? And I ended up picking up trombone. So ever since then, I've been playing trombone. I've been playing trombone, let's see, from 6th grade until now, going on to
Wow.
my senior year in college.
Unbelievable. So you're currently now in college.
Yes, ma'am.
Where are you attending?
I'm attending University of West Georgia.
And what are you majoring in?
I'm majoring in mass communications with a concentration in film and media arts and a minor in music education.
Wow. So how much longer do you have?
I have about maybe 2.5 more years because I got to get my prerequisites out the way. So I had originally my main major was computer science, And I just switched it over because I found my true calling, which was music.
Wow. And how did you discover that was your true calling?
Let's see. I just would be in my apartment sometimes, and I would just get on my keyboard, and I would just make little beats like you was hearing before, and I was thinking about, they could sound good on a, advertisement, or I could, sell some beats to some artists, and they really want to add on to it and things like that, and it's really a passion when it doesn't feel like work, and you can sit there and do it for hours on end, and you get lost in time, you forget to eat sometimes too.
Wow. I like that you said that you find out that's your passion when you sit there for hours and hours, forget to eat and all that good stuff, because I certainly can relate to that. Because when I work with Wende Neen Productions or doing the Wende Neen Show, I feel exactly that same way. So finding your passion is certainly the way to go. So 2011, that was a big year for you.
Oh, yes it was.
You did quite a bit. So I'm going to let you start out and tell us all the accomplishments for 2011.
Well, in 2011, it was my senior year in high school, and I did two really big things. First thing that I did was my band, Southwest DeKalb, my band director picked a few of the elite musicians, and we had recorded a track with Mariah Carey and Nicki Minaj. I think y'all might remember the name of the song. It was called About My Face Boy. And also in 2011...
Hang on a second.
Oh, okay.
Did you say Mariah Carey
Mm-hmm.
and Nicki Minaj?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Right here on the Wende Neen Show. Go right here.
Also in 2011, when I think America's Got Talent just started coming out, or they just finally made it to Atlanta, we played the first opening. My whole band, Nick Cannon finally invited us out because Nick Cannon, the movie Drumline, matter of fact, my high school band was the movie, my high school band was the band that Nick Cannon was in the movie Drumline. So he invited us out. We all played the opening for America's Got Talent. It was really fun.
I can certainly imagine. And I enjoyed that movie. Loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Nick Cannon,
Mm-hmm.
you've met him.
Mm-hmm.
What's that all about?
Okay, currently in production right now, they are making a Drumline 2 movie. And I actually got a part to be in it. I'm one of the trombone players in Drumline 2 movie. And I get to see him around. I get to see all old cast members that come back and look at the movie, all the new cast people. And it's really fun. Nick Cannon is really outgoing and really funny. Crazy dude. Love him to death.
I can only imagine. Well, I guess you have also, and I think when they say Super Bowl, we're talking, and correct me here if I'm wrong, Britt, with 2 T's, but isn't that like the most viewers of any?
That is the most viewed
Event.
television event.
Okay, and you performed in front of them. Tell us about that.
Okay, in 2012, I was attending a school out in Baton Rouge, Louisiana called Southern University. And in 2011, the Dancing Dolls, the dancers for the band or whatnot, they danced with Madonna at her halftime show. Then it was like, okay, we need another good act. They, Dancing Dolls came out there, they showed out, they did their thing, and I guess I just put the media back on Southern University. And then, soon enough, a whole year later, the 2012 Super Bowl was in the Mercedes Dome in New Orleans, and then they was like, we want the best band out in Louisiana, really the world right now. And that was Southern University. Sat there in front of all them crowds, all the flashing lights. I even got to meet Alicia Keys and Jennifer Hudson. They were down there and got a hug from them. It was awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
That is good. Like I say, you have accomplished quite a bit. How does that make you feel? I mean, knowing here you are 21, you've done all this so far. I mean, how do you feel? I mean, does it keep you grounded, or are you like, I am the man?
One thing I can honestly say is that music really did save my life. Coming from the type of area I was in and all the negativity around me, it was like music came in, gave me a way to not only express myself, but be a part of something more than just yourself. Being in band, getting to meet new people and actually developing family type connections is something that I never forget. My best friends are in band, and I'm talking about from 4th grade till now. I mean, those going to be the same people I'm keeping around me for the rest of my life. My best men are going to be from people in the band at my wedding.
Interesting. I like that you said it kept you away from the negativity.
Mm-hmm.
How did you make that work? Because I'm pretty sure if there was negativity going on, there were some who was like, man, what you dealing with this? What's up with that?
Sure. With my band practices, especially when I was in my university, my band practice would be, let me tell you about my schedule for school. I'll have class from 8 to 2. 8 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock. I think I have like a lunch break between like 11 to 12 or whatnot. Have band practice from 4 o'clock to around like maybe 6:15. Then we go from a break, and then we go eat dinner. We come back around like 7:45, 8-ish. And if we don't have the show done, we're going to stay out there on that field until. And that's the same way it's always been. Up in my high school, my band director was the same way. And even up in my college I'm at now, University of West Georgia, it's the same thing. It's like you're always going to be around those people. You're always going to see positive role models, because once you become a leader in the band, it's your job to not only help further on people with their musicianship, their marching and everything. It's really the best of people to help either make the best man or the best woman out of you.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any beat that you have that's kind of special to you that we could play that I guess maybe has a little story behind it?
Yeah. I've always liked tuba fanfares and stuff like that, and I don't know the name of this fanfare, but I kind of like added my own little flavor to it, but I end up calling it Lost World, because for the life of me I could not remember the name of the fanfare, so I just end up calling it Lost, and where in the world did this come from? So this is Lost World.
Let's check that.
I like that, little things I just like to put in, little nuances, and really makes me happy.
Yeah, I'm feeling that. I like that. You definitely, as they say, got talent.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so I guess tell us, being on the set of Drumline, I mean, how was that, and how were the days? And again, you were so young to have to experience something like that. How was it?
Let's see, the days. Okay, well, first of all, locations will be everywhere. Sometimes we'll be in the city of Atlanta, sometimes we'll be in Clark, Atlanta, sometimes we'll be back over there off of Memorial Drive at that stadium. We were all over the place, filming scenes where you could be at a club, and it has a very interesting story. I can tell you that. I can't really reveal too much because I don't want to get in trouble.
I've heard that there's a lot of things that you can't talk about.
Yeah. And as far as like working hours, let's say you go in at 7 o'clock in the morning, you're not leaving till maybe midnight.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think the craziest call I got was maybe I had to be out there I came there at 4 p.m. and I didn't leave till noon the next day.
Jeez.
And we was out there. I mean, when you're doing movie type set, they'll have different scenes, and they'll work on them scenes for so long. They'll do the take, one angle, okay, cut. Do the take, another angle, cut. To keep on doing, they're trying to get all the angles right. They will check your clothes every day to make sure that they're in fashion, and they can't have no logos or anything like that. I don't know, it was crazy to me. But
Yeah.
it was really fun. It was an experience, and it was long.
Kind of reminds me of Treachery.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Just like Treachery.
Yeah, we've spent quite a few days, long days as well, and not to mention the editing.
Oh.
That's a bit much as well. So I guess You've done so much already. You're doing something. What's in the future for you? What do you see?
Well, in
Going
the future, I was either hoping to do a number of things, either teaching trombone players how to master the instrument, master their craft, because I do love that instrument from the bottom of my heart. I can really see myself teaching a band, or I can go into my actual major, mass communications, dealing with advertisements, dealing with, audio booths and, not audio booths, but audio boards for like movies and things like that when I can actually get the right equipment, and that's, jobs are limitless, really.
Yeah. The thing that I like the most in hearing your story, and don't misunderstand, I don't have anything against rappers, but everyone wants to be a rapper. But you're doing something totally different, and it's working for you. So I hope everyone kind of gets that it doesn't always take a rap to be able to make it, but certainly if you have that talent, go for it. Exactly. So do you have any advice to anyone out there who may be looking to get into what you're doing, or maybe something similar?
Okay.
What would you recommend?
All I can say is that if you have a dream and you find something that you really do enjoy and it doesn't feel like a job, and it just really means the world to you, like it comes from like a place deep within your heart where you find that type of joy, then just pursue it. There's no point in trying to live in this life where you trying to live check to check and you hating your job. I've been at I was at a warehouse job where I used to work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, lifting heavy boxes. Yeah, I was making money. Really, I'll even tell you, I came out $9.35 a week. And I was making money, but at the same time, it wasn't not only physically straining, mentally straining, but it just wasn't something that I wanted to do. God has a way of always blessing you in ways you never know. For example, I was working at Target. I got let go of Target because they was cutting back hours and stuff like that. 2 days later, they called me up and they said they wanted me to be in drumline. So all I can say is just keep praying, go for your dream, and don't stop. Life is too short.
Totally agree. That is awesome advice. Now, you brought up you got a call for drumline. That means you will be in drumline too? Unbelievable. When does that start?
They say it's supposed to be around October, November-ish, but, with editing and production, they'll like something, it's crazy.
Right. Wow. That is awesome. Well, definitely, I want to say thank you for being on the Wende Neen Show. I think that you are doing so much positive. This is great information that you've shared, and hopefully there's some listeners out there who are going to capitalize on the advice that you have given, because you have truly set an example.
Well, thank you.
Thank you again for being on the show, and I think we're going to close out with another one of yours.
Yeah, it's like a little type of feeling that you get where you just in deep thought, and you just really need to kind of let go of the world, but I call this one meditation.
Meditation. You heard it first right here. That is just meditation. I can hear it. I can feel it. Wow, yes, we are definitely going to close out on meditation from Christopher Joseph Wilson. Remember the Wende Neen Show. This is how we do it.
It is what it is.
It is done. And until our next episode,